this is me. This is Russ Can Fly on a legitimate instrument flight in Charlie. Let's go! Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can Fly. It's time to fly over to Penn Valley Airport in Selinsgrove, PA. It's a fly-in, baby. Let's go!
Oh my God, Russ can fly!
Okay, so I've actually posted this flight a couple times through, the YouTube channel, and I want to start doing more of that now that I'm really getting into the, the flying season, and I've got my instrument rating and all that kind of stuff. So one of the things I want to do is basically say when I'm going to fly somewhere, and please, if you see me, come say hello. But today, it sounds like it's going to be an awesome fly-in to Selinsgrove, PA, but Penn Valley Airport. I've actually been there before, and if you look way back in the channel, the first time that I was there, I actually did a training flight with Manish, yes, way back then, to Selinsgrove. That was my furthest airport that we had flown to when I was still getting my private pilot's license. And then I went there again when little Sammy was having a little issue. That's where I diverted. So I've got some history with that airport, and it's an awesome, awesome airport. But today, it's an awesome fly-in. As you can see, this was the advertisement that I sent to everybody. You can see there's a lot going on. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm hoping to meet some Russ Can Fly peeps once we get there. Now, originally, I was just gonna do a VFR flight, but the ceilings are doing some weird stuff. Check this out. If you see up there, there's actually some clouds that have been showing up, and the ceilings in between are like 2,800, and you can see it's kind of windy too. So I decided to file just in case, I get some clouds, because I don't want to do any scud running. Plus, I need to practice. I've got the instrument rating. Why not, right? So let's get pre-flight out of the way. Then you'll hear me pick up my clearance. I'll do that here. I know I can probably go over and do it there, but I just want to have some time to get everything in the avionics and all that kind of stuff. So that'll give me the opportunity to do that once I pick up my clearance here, as opposed to once I'm holding short. Now it means I have to make 2 phone calls, but I'm totally fine with that. So with that, let's get Charlie pre-flight out of the way, pull her out. I'm gonna pick up my clearance. I'll let you hear that, and then we will make magic happen. Let's get it. All right, so I just called Philly Approach or Philly Clearance and just got my clearance. I forgot to turn the camera on, so I've missed that call. But yeah, it's Sierra Echo Golf is my departure. Pottstown, then East Texas, and then as filed. And then it will be 3,000 feet, 6,010. Departure frequency is 124.35, and the squawk is 4254. So gonna get the engine started, and we'll get all of that stuff in. And we've had to hold for release, so I have to wait until I get up to the hold short line. I will give them a call back. And what's really interesting is I hadn't planned on doing a IFR flight plan because I thought it was going to be VFR today. But that's the beauty of having an instrument rating, because I can call an audible and file a IFR flight plan. So that's what I did. So at any rate, let me get on the other side of starting the engine and, doing all of this kind of stuff, getting the thing, in the box, that kind of stuff. So we will see you on the other side of all of that madness. Clear prop. All right, here we go. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I have to admit that anytime I'm doing an IFR flight plan, I am a little nervous. Remember, I've only done this, I think this is going to be like maybe my 3rd time leaving Doylestown on an instrument flight plan by myself. And so it is still very new to me. All right, so let's get it. All right, everything is looking good. All right, so we got Doylestown, Pottstown, East Texas,
Then Tango 430 to SEG. All right, so everything is in. We got 3,000, and we'll do 6,010. Departure frequency is 12435. I was watching the Chili Dog pilot, and he was getting a clearance here at Doylestown as well from the ground, and they had some really crazy rerouting thing that was going on with him, and I'm not exactly sure what was going on there, but they had him doing some pretty interesting stuff. So that's why when I got mine, I was glad that it was a lot smoother than what he got. So yeah, this is so weird. They got me going to Pottstown, then East Texas. That is such a weird routing. Why don't they just send me straight to East Texas? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, and then I'm squawking 4254 in the transponder. All right, so everything is looking good. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the frequency for Pottstown 116.5, and then I'm going to put the East Texas frequency in there as well. That way, if something happens with the GPS signal, I will have those frequencies in there, be ready to go. 110.2. And so I just wanted to have those frequencies in there just in case I have to navigate by the VORs themselves. All right, so we are going up to 6,000 feet. So I got 3,000 in there for now. All right, so 29990, and the ceiling is broken at 4,200. So we're going up to 6. So it's a good thing I am on an IFR flight plan, because we will be going through some clouds potentially. All right, so we're taxiing on out to runway 5. We'll do our run up, and we'll call them. And we're clear. So this is the first time I'm doing the fly-in at Penn Valley Airport. So I'm excited, and I'm actually going to be eating lunch there because they have food trucks. Now it is going to be bumpy today. It is gusting 22, and so it is going to be a pretty pretty interesting flight. Plus I'll be flying through some of those today, but it's, you know, this is the type of IFR day that's tailor-made for me. The ceiling is at 4,200 or 300 here at Doylestown, and I believe it's around the same at Selinsgrove. But one of the things that I am clear is I don't do anything below marginal VFR. I want at least 1,000-foot ceiling and at least 5 statute miles of visibility. And so those are my personal minimums for now. And so as you can look out here and see, that's nowhere close to that. In fact, theoretically, I could go VFR and stay at 3.5, but I have the tool in my toolkit, and so it just makes sense to just go ahead and use it. You know, get on a IFR flight plan and be prepared to go through a cloud or two. Now this is going to be a nice crosswind takeoff as well, so I have to be mindful of that. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting day to fly. Now it's going to be bumpy in the morning here. It's supposed to calm down later in the afternoon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, it's that wind is nice and stiff, and if you look up here, you can see all of the training aircraft are on the line. Nothing is moving. I was out here yesterday, and little Sammy was getting it. You know, little Sammy is still pretty well in rotation, and if you see it, he's right there next to 345 Bravo, and it's an all-time favorite aircraft for sure. all-time favorite aircraft. I cut my teeth in that airplane, and I tell you, it made me such a better pilot, for sure, flying in that airplane. What is that, a deer? I think there's a deer up here. And a fawn. Okay, so I'm really not sure what to do here.
Every flight has its adventure, but I have never seen anything like this before. And I'm sitting here watching this deer with their baby, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, and I'm worried about continuing to taxi up because I don't want them to run in front of me and get hit by the propeller.
In Doylestown traffic, be advised, there's a deer on the taxiway with her fawn near the departure end of runway 5, Doylestown. This is just the strangest thing. Stop licking the deer and move out the way. I'm trying to just like scare them away, but there's like all this love and kissing. All right, now they finally decided to run away.
So now as they're running towards the runway. And so now I have to be worried about them like getting spooked and like running into the runway and me crashing into them. So this, I haven't even taken off and it's already been an adventure. I tell you, general aviation, there is nothing routine. You have to be prepared for everything.
All right, let me do this run up. This is so crazy. She's like, that baby must have just been born or something because she's licking the heck out of it. That is just so crazy, man. Wildlife. They were here first, I guess, so. All right, I'm going to do this run up. I'm going to keep my eye on this daggone deer and her fawn. Philly approach, this is November 1541 Charlie, holding short of runway 5 at Doylestown, ready for departure.
Fortunately, you can't hear them through my headphones, but basically departure is basically to tell me to stand by. And then what ends up happening is they give me a departure time, usually a 5-minute window for me to take off and go over to departure.
Okay, if not up by 3-6, I will let you know my intention. 1541 Charlie. Thank you. Bye-bye. Pre-takeoff, flaps is prime mixture, best power. Fuel pump is on. Landing light is on. Just looking for those stupid deer. Alright, pre-takeoff flaps is required. Mixture full rich. Fuel pump is on. Carb heat is off. Pitot heat is required. Doors and windows are locked. And we are ready to go. Looking for the deer. Don't hear anybody else calling. And I think we're good. We're going out to the west. Doylestown traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, departing runway 5 out to the west, Doylestown. Alright, final is clear.
Now, I normally try to edit out dead spaces. Like, usually I would edit all of this out. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up that this takeoff scared the mess out of me. And this is only the second time that I've actually been scared during a takeoff. So I'm going to just let this roll so you can see how this plays out. Alright, here we go.
Alright, I got 5, 5, and 5. Alright, heels to the floor. Full power. Alright, engine instruments in the green. Fuel pressure. All look good. Airspeed is alive. Woo! 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 Jeez. Doylestown traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie. Out to the west, last call, Doylestown. Philly approach, November 1541 Charlie, 1,200 for 3,000. Climb and maintain 4,000 for 1 Charlie.
I have never felt the winds gust like that coming out of Doylestown, and I forgot to ident because I was so freaked out. Man, oh man.
Step up 4-1 Charlie, ident.
Ident 4-1 Charlie.
November 1541 Charlie, radar contact 2 miles north of Doylestown.
Position checks 41 Charlie. Oh, it is challenging. All right, fuel pump is off, landing light is off. All right, so we are on our way up to 4,000 feet. And it is definitely turbulent, people.
November 41 Charlie, turn right direct East Texas.
Turn right, direct East Texas, 41 Charlie.
So one of the things I know I'm going to do too is I'm going into these clouds up here, so I am on my game.
All right, so this is challenging today. So now I'm direct East Texas, climbing up to 4,000. And it looks like I'm going to go into the soup up here. And the reason why I'm staying hand flying is because there's a lot of turbulence.
November 41 Charlie, contact Allentown 124.45. Good day.
124.45. Thank you for your help. Good day.
Sun Double 85, climb maintain 5,000.
Allentown approach, November 1541 Charlie, 4,000, direct East Texas.
Number 1541 Charlie, Allentown approach, Allentown altimeter 29903.
29903, 41 Charlie. 29903. Okay. 3. Yeah, it is. It is sporty. It is sporty. All right, let's go back. Let's get back on our heading here. Ooh. And yes, I'm hand flying. I'm going to hand fly this whole flight just because it is so bumpy. And I understand why there's not a lot of people up, because this is pretty gusty. All right, so we're 85 nautical miles away. Ground speed of 96 knots. So we got a nice, healthy 32 knot headwind. And as you can see, I'm definitely getting my workout in, for sure.
For 1541 Charlie, climb and maintain 6,000.
Up to 6,000, 41 Charlie. All right, looks like we're gonna...
41 Charlie, catch the bases on your way up. Please pass them along.
Will do. All right, so we're gonna be going in the soup here. All right, so that looks like that's about 4,500. I'm hoping it'll be smoother up here too. We're gonna be going into these clouds here. I'm gonna turn on my pitot heat, and we're going into the clouds. 1,000 to go.
Wait, Foxtrot, sure, no problem.
And we're in the clouds. And I'm inside and just looking at my instruments. And I am in the clouds for real, as you can see. Look out front there.
Not gonna lie to you, my initial feeling is like panic, right? Because I can't see, and I'm hand flying, and I'm like, can I really do this? Am I really prepared for this? And the answer is yes. I am just looking at my instruments, but the initial feeling is a little bit of a panic response.
And yes, I'm hand flying, still in the clouds, and it's amazing how my body is telling me that I'm doing something, that my instruments are telling me something completely different.
41 Charlie, turn left direct Selinsgrove.
Turn direct Selinsgrove, 41 Charlie.
It's at this moment that this IFR flight got real, because I'm having to do this stuff as directed on the inside, but I see this on the outside I can't see. And coming back into the cockpit, I am looking at my instruments and trying to get myself on the correct heading. And as you can see, this is what I'm seeing the whole time. I mean, I can see nothing of the ground, and I'm trusting myself to hand fly. And so as you come back in the cockpit, this is me. This is Russ can fly on a legitimate instrument flight in Charlie. Let's go!
And Allentown approach, November 1541 Charlie. Bases are at 4,500.
Dakota 41 Charlie, roger.
And that was my first PIREP, or pilot report. So I was letting them know what the level of the bases of the clouds were. Go, Russ!
And I'm just staying, keeping my eyes on the inside here. All right, up to 6,000. Come on, back up.
So as I do this flight, and as you can see, I'm still legitimately in the clouds. I thought maybe I was going to go over top of them, but no, I stayed in it, and it looked like this for an actual half an hour. And after about 15-20 minutes, I did feel a little fatigued, so I decided to go on and throw on the autopilot, just so I can do some other tasks, because one of the things I needed to do was think about getting the weather, what kind of approach I was going to do, that kind of thing. And so I wanted to give myself some time and space to do that in case I needed to, do an approach and whatnot. But I just want to thank Vanessa, Keith, and Jared for making this right here, what I'm doing, not being able to see possible. And I can't tell you how proud I was of myself to be legitimately flying in the clouds. And I got about a half hour or 0.5 of legitimate in the soup actual time.
And I want to get the weather as soon as possible, looking out for any icing. And I'm just really paying attention to what Charlie's doing and what Carol is doing with Charlie. Keeping my eyes on the inside because I can't see anything out here. And so what I'm doing now is I'm on a timer. I'm on a timer for this time that I'm in the clouds because I can't use the whole time is actual. Actual is when I'm doing this. This is actual. And so the whole flight won't be, but that's why I have a timer on. And I'll take that time and divide it by 60, and that'll give me my time in actual. And this is definitely interesting because it is definitely a different feel for sure. But Charlie is perfectly suited for exactly this occasion. So I'm getting some actual time here, people. And as you can see, the whole time I've been in this cloud layer.
16 flighting 260, join Victor 30.
And let's see, we're gonna probably do runway 35, 122.7. And as you can see, if I was up at 8, I'd probably be above this. But it's all good, I'm not icing.
41 Charlie, contact Harrisburg, approach 126.45, good day.
2645, thank you for your help, good day. And I'm just waiting. Harrisburg approach, good morning, November 1541 Charlie, 6000 direct Selinsgrove.
November 1541 Charlie, Harrisburg approach, Harrisburg altimeter 29er. Advise with the weather and information at Selinsgrove and an approach request if you have one.
Okay, 29er, and I'll let you know once I get the weather and an approach. 41 Charlie.
November 41 Charlie, roger.
Okay, still in the soup. Wow, this is the longest I've been. I've flown through a cloud. Just checking for ice over there. Okay, this GPS approach is offset a little bit. All right, so this is the RNAV GPS for runway 35. The runway length is 4,010 feet. Touchdown zone is 445. Airport elevation is 464. Now there's some notes here. Visibility.
There's other traffic heading up here to Selinsgrove.
Circling runway not applicable at night. And it looks like we want to be
50 miles east of you. They're no factor for you.
3,900 for 6,000 to KG 010. And we want to be at or above 2,300 at the final approach fix. All right. I'm kind of out of the clouds a little bit, but getting ready to go back in. As you can see. But this is all actual. All right, so we're probably going to do the visual, but if we need to, the LP minimums 1,200, and we'll be 800 above. If we don't have the runway environment at Ojre, it's going to be climb to 2,000, then climbing left turn, direct KG and hold. And that hold is going to be a parallel entry. All right, so I'm back out. You can see I'd be on top, but this is still actual, so I'm gonna keep my eyes in as I have no contact with the ground at all. And I've been in the soup for 20 minutes. This is definitely kind of exhausting, but it's good practice. And the good news is if I needed to get out of here, I could request a descent down to 4,000, and I think I would be good. Gusting 32. Wow. All right, so this has been one heck of a flight, y'all. So this final approach into 3-5 at Selinsgrove, or at Penn Valley, is 20 degrees offset from the runway. So now we're kind of skimming the tops here.
November 41 Charlie, were you just planning on the visual approach?
Affirmative for 41 Charlie.
November 41 Charlie, roger. Just want to maintain 4,000, and you can plan to cancel your IFR in the air on this frequency or on the ground via the 800 number. Advise if you need that number.
I will advise and down to 4,000 for 1 Charlie, and I expect the visual. All right, so we're descending. As you can see, we're still in the clouds. Almost this entire flight, for real. And we're about to break out. You can see we broke out a little bit there. Whew. All right, so this is going to be a very sporty landing. I don't know how much music I'm going to be cueing. It's like bam, 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 bam. All right, so it looks like we're about to break out. You can see the ground, and I'll give myself 30 minutes of actual. 30 minutes of actual, y'all.
November 41 Charlie, Penn Valley, 12 o'clock and 15 miles.
Looking for the airport, and I'm going to do the visual for 35 for 1 Charlie.
November 41 Charlie, roger.
Should be right off my nose. Or is it on the other side of that ridge?
November 41 Charlie, just set to maintain 3,000.
Set to maintain 3,000 for 1 Charlie.
In November 41 Charlie, there is about 3 or 4 targets just south of the field, one indicating 1400 and then 2 that altitude going on.
All right, I'll be looking for traffic, and I got the airport in sight for 1 Charlie.
November 41 Charlie, roger, clear visual approach, Penn Valley Airport.
Clear visual approach, Penn Valley Airport for 1 Charlie. And approach, I'll go ahead and cancel with you now, just let you know those tops were pretty much at 6,200.
November 41 Charlie, roger, thank you. IFR cancellation received, squawk VFR, frequency change approved, take care.
Frequency change approved, squawk and VFR, thank you so much for your help for 1 Charlie. Penn Valley traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, about 10 southeast of the field, inbound runway 35, Penn Valley traffic. All right, so I am on the downwind for 35. I remember this before with Manish. Penn Valley traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, left base 35, Penn Valley traffic. And Penn Valley traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, turning final for 35, Penn Valley. All right, I think I'm going to stay 2 notches of flaps here.
Okay, so it's gusting 35, but it's almost right down the runway. So let's cue the music. Still going to be a squirrely landing. Let's go.
Better roll on down. Woo! Fuel pump off, landing light off. That was Sporty. So we did it. Woo! Woo! That was one heck of a flight. The whole thing. Okay, landing lights off, fuel pump off. Penn Valley traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, clear runway 35, Penn Valley traffic. All right, we're here.
Penn Valley traffic, the Cherokee on the taxiway. Do you mind if we move over across the taxiway into the grass area for the helicopter?
Not at all. Do your thing. 41 Charlie.
Thank you.
All right, so we're here. That was that whole flight. So I got 30 minutes of actual. So that's like half an hour, right? Is that 0.5? Is that how that works? This tested everything I had, for sure. And I think I see a marshal right up there in front of me. Now, one of the things I did here is I've never done it before, is I sent them an email to let them know that I was coming. So you can see some of the airplanes that are already here.
And as you can see, I get close to the marshals and I'm being directed to a nice parking spot. And, you know, unfortunately, the weather was a little bumpy. I mean, gusting 35, so there weren't as many airplanes there as I'm used to. But here's the cool thing. These air marshals are a father and son team. So you saw the dad, and as I pull up, this is the son. And so this was already an incredible flight. So let's get on to the festival. Okay, so we're here at Penn Valley Airport. Hey, how are you? That's okay, you're all good, you're all good. And as you can see, there's some airplanes that are still coming in. Now, I will say that this was a very challenging flight. The wind was no joke, and as you can see, I did catch a lot of actual time, which is fantastic. Now, as you can see out here, there's a couple warbirds that are coming in. The USS Lexington Navy warbird, and there's another one that just landed that will be coming in. I will catch that shortly. But yeah, you can see there's stuff around and people hanging out. There is a warbird over there. You know, it's probably be a little bit more filled in, but I think the ceilings and stuff and the wind has basically chased people away. I think as it goes throughout the day, I think there'll be more opportunity to come out. This doesn't end until 4, so I'm hoping more people will come on out. But this was definitely a challenging flight for sure. So I'm going to catch this other warbird coming in. This gentleman is here, he's getting ready to direct this airplane. His dad is over here, and you see that gentleman here. So we'll watch this airplane come in, and we'll keep moving around. But yeah, lots of great stuff happening, lots of family at a great airport. So as this other warbird airplane comes in, how cool is it that it's pulling in next to Charlie? That is just so awesome. And that's the thing I love about these fly-ins. You can see airplanes that you would never get an opportunity to see before, and it's just so awesome. So very nice airplane, very, very cool, sitting next to my baby. So those are the types of things that you like to see when you come to fly-ins like this. You get to see all kinds of different airplanes that you normally wouldn't get a chance to see. So what's going on, people? So I wanted to meet these brothers right here. So if you could introduce them, they get ready to grub. I don't want food to be popping out. But so tell me, where did you guys fly from? Where did you fly in? And how long have you guys been flying? Yeah, 49.
40 knots on the nose, man. But
okay, see, they ballers. See, now this I shouldn't be standing next to these things. Do you hear what they said? Series G7.
Good, I'm good.
Just the series, but the G7 joint. But that's awesome. But that's the thing that's fun about, you know, these types of events. You get to run into people, and it's a great community. And that's why I want you guys to know that you belong no matter what walk of life you're in. You belong in this community. Yes. There's expenses involved. Yes. You will be stressed out and broke in ways that you never imagined you could be, but you really do need to be in this community. And even if you just come and hang out, make sure you do that. Okay, so I thought what we would do is check out some of these warbirds. I want to see Placid. What is this? Placid? Lori? Cassie? We'll see. Don't know what it is exactly, but definitely a nice size airplane, and looks like they're letting people get in so you can kind of take a look at it. But yeah, that is a heck of an airplane. I can't even imagine what it's like. So it doesn't even seem like you'd be able to see out the windscreen. So I wonder if when they taxi, if they have to do the turning taxi like they normally do when you have a tail wheel. So, but that's a serious baby right there. Classic Cassie. And if you know what this is, leave a comment down below, because I'm not exactly sure what that aircraft is. All I know is it's huge. Then they have just some stuff here that you can come in the hangar. They've got some things where you can, you know, do bingo. They've got cupcakes and things like that. Good stuff. So this is the warbird that we saw land and taxi in. And one of the things that's kind of interesting is, see this engine? So you know how when I open my cowling, you can see like the jugs and stuff? This is a reciprocating engine. So it basically pow, 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 pow as it goes around. And so that's what gives these airplanes their power. And as you can see, you know, two-seater. And I believe this warbird would be a training aircraft for the Army, and it's in pretty good shape because these birds have been through a lot. And then as you come over here, you see another Navy airplane, and this is the other one that we were looking at earlier. Now, one of the things that's kind of interesting is I didn't realize how big these airplanes are. That thing has some serious size to it. And as you can see, the difference between that trainer and this one is definitely more robust, sure. But the same type of thing where it's two-seater, and I don't know, looks like you need a step ladder to get into that daggone thing. And one of the things they're doing too is they're giving people helicopter rides. So that's why when I landed, you saw that the helicopter was sidestepping so that they could kind of come on in. But yeah, helicopter rides as well. And so no flying with warbirds would be complete without a nice warbird takeoff. So let's just watch her do her thing. So I'm actually going to come over here and get myself some food because this is lunchtime. Go in and wash my hands first. Actually go to the bathroom and get some food. But yeah, this is the Penn Valley Airport fly-in event. I'm sure there probably would have been much more aircraft had the weather not, been so challenging. But it's still great. So I'm going to put this camera down and enjoy myself, get some food, hang out, and look at some other stuff. But this has been fantastic. So thank you so much for flying along with me. Probably going to follow on the way back. I got to actually get some actual. So it's been awesome. So I want to thank you guys so much for following me on this journey. It has been fantastic. So with that, Russ can fly. I am out. Peace.